My name is Alma Rivera. As of 3 months ago, I'm the new coordinator for the Northern New Mexico Enlace project. I was born and raised in Santa Fe, New Mexico, still a resident of Santa Fe. Plan to build my family here and be here for the rest of my life. My invitation to be a participant in living authorship came to me through Celestina Garcia, the co-founder of CLF. For me, what motivated me to say yes to the invitation was the fact that at the time the invitation came to me, I had just become a mother. I was dedicated on finishing my college education, and the community projects I had started had kind of taken a back burner because I felt like my role as a mother and my role as a student was the only thing I could manage at that time. So Celestina really gave me an invitation that was, what if you could be supported to have the tools to do everything you want in your life and not have to make sacrifices, but be able to live your dream, be a mother, and be a student at the same time. And so I said, okay, teach me. I said, teach me, I'm open to it. So, wow. My biggest breakthrough from my trainings to the Community Leadership Foundation, I would say, is one distinction that they land. And for me, it was the distinction of have to versus get to. So the idea of this distinction is, as I go through my daily life, there's a lot of things that I categorize in my own thinking as I have to. For example, as a mother, my relationship with my son, I have to pay bills, I have to wash clothes, I have to make dinner. And the energy that I experienced myself around the have to wasn't a happiness, wasn't a motivation, it was kind of like a dragging. So being able to look at these same, whether it's daily tasks, responsibilities, whatever you want to call it, when I get to choose that, I get to look at it as a get to. I get to wash my son's clothes because I have running water. I get to give him a bath because he's in my life. I get to teach him how to read. I get to pay bills because I have a job that gives me income. It allows me to come from a different space, a different energy of gratitude, first of all, to acknowledge the things I have to be able to do what I need as a mother. And it also brings another level of excitement to get my 5-year-old enrolled and excited with me to be able to wash clothes and come from a place of gratitude and a place of responsibility versus, this is just weighing me down, another thing I have to do. I guess the reason why that was my biggest breakthrough is because it's not just the domain of motherhood or the domain of family I can apply it. It's everything. It's really everything in life. I get to work out this problem with this person, So whether it's in my language or my own thinking, looking at life, have to versus get to, has transformed my life completely. I think I've chosen to let the tools I've gained from these trainings impact every domain of my life very positively. In terms of family, for example, I come from a big family. There were individuals in my family who I was very close to, other individuals I hadn't maybe spoken to for years. So being able to be in these trainings gave me an opportunity to reflect on where am I at in my life, what do I want to create, and how are my actions matching that intention that I say I want. So for example, in my family, looking at connectedness and sharing, I was able to have that motivation to put action steps into place, helping to organize a monthly family night. My siblings and I are grown up, some of us have children, my parents are working, but really that connection that used to happen around the dinner table or family events when we were children, I was able to bring that back to my family and make that invitation. And I hope within the next 2 to 3 years we'll get to plan a whole family reunion because my family's huge, very, very big Northern New Mexico family. So it impacted family definitely positively. Also, people in my life saw changes in me and they said, what's different about you? What are you doing? So it was really an opportunity, an invitation to share with them, this is what I'm up to. I'm taking these courses, I'm working on personal development, I'm setting goals for myself in my life, I'm looking at getting people to support me. Several of my family members have enrolled in the training. Both my mother and father have done authorship. My sister and I were able to do authorship and partnership together. And just recently, Grace, I was able to do Grace with my sister, my mother, my soon-to-be sister-in-law, and several very, very close friends who I consider my sisters. And that in itself was a transformational experience, to be able to go back into our community as this collective of strong women, mothers, sisters, daughters, and look at what is the impact that we have as women. What is our influence? What are the gifts that we have to give, and how do we do that collectively? In terms of my career, it definitely impacted my career. I shared with you that I'm recently the coordinator for the Enlace project, and just being able to redefine what does coordination mean, what does collaboration mean, leadership in the community mean, and look at the way people have played the game of collaboration in the past, and looking at how I want to collaborate, how I want to make sure that every person feels that there's a place at the table for them, from students to parents to policymakers. So these trainings have impacted family, profession, health as well. Just looking at our leadership program, for example, is a 4-month intensive program where participants really take on a committed vision and are up to putting into place in their lives what they say they want to create. So if we say we want to be healthy individuals, we want to live long lives, then we get to put in to place daily practices that are going to serve us to getting to that goal. So really looking at my health in a different way, looking at eating in a different way, educating myself about organic foods and it not being a money conversation, it's too expensive to do that. Really looking at it as an investment in my body, in my family, an investment in what I'm teaching my son. So there really is no limit to where I have chosen to apply the tools from these trainings, or really any limit where anyone can apply this positively. What I enjoy most about being a leader, I think, has transformed because of my experience through the Leadership Foundation. Before, as maybe a high school student, young college student, what I enjoyed about being a leader was being out there in the community, speaking my voice, having people hear what I have to say. What's more important to me now about being a leader is looking at leaders develop other leaders, and a leader never stands alone. And a leader's true test, I think, of leadership is how well they can engage other people around them, to acknowledge themselves as well as a leader, to acknowledge that they have gifts and talents to contribute, and that it really takes a team effort. So really move up, move back type thing. It's now an opportunity for me to move back and support other young people in my community to move forward and find their voices and speak their voices and be heard. The greatest golden nugget that I took away, I think there's a golden nugget in every single training. For me specifically, I'll focus on Grace, which is the conference that's for all women. The golden nugget I took from that is a daily practice that I put into place that helps me relieve my stress, that helps me bring peace of mind to my thoughts, to my physical energy. So that golden nugget, I think, is just self-love, learning to love yourself and put practices into place that serve you. So whether it's daily meditation and that outlet to be able to express yourself, whether it's yoga or exercise or a ritual bath, which is something that I like to practice regularly. And it's just the idea of giving myself 15 or 20 minutes in the water and regenerating my energy positively. So just focusing on my thoughts, making sure that they're positive, and making sure I just give myself that time of just love, of just self-love, so that I'm re-energized to be a good mom, to be productive at work, to be contributing to my family, to be successful in school. So making sure I take care of myself first and love myself first so that everything else is possible, that's my golden nugget. Wow, I think that's my favorite question so far. So if I had to define myself 5 minutes before the training, I was definitely analyzing, what is this going to be like? You know, making expectations, because I had done a lot of youth development before, leadership conferences 2 or 3 times a year for the last 5 to 7 years of my life. So I was definitely making comparisons and thinking that I knew what was coming. I was stuck in old habits. I was depressed. I was frustrated. I experienced myself very much in a role of being a victim, in a sense that I felt helpless to my circumstances and conditions, and I felt it very easy to blame others, to blame my son's dad for me being a single mom, to blame maybe my parents for whatever they had showed me or not shown me, to blame society. And so that was pretty much my definition of myself before the training: stuck in blame, in resentment, in frustration, and really having goals and dreams and wanting to get there, but feeling just, where's the map? I'm here, this is where I want to go, how do I get there? Oh goodness, 5 minutes after living authorship. I don't know if you've seen the movie with Jim Carrey, The Yes Man. He's just absolutely open to any possibility, any invitation that comes his way. He says yes. My thinking was not in terms of barriers or what if or how or I can't do that or it's too hard. It was just like, it's possible. Whatever you tell me, I know it's possible. I know I'm capable of it. I know I can enroll other people to support me. Anything is possible. I experienced myself more motivated, confident in my own abilities, forgiving of myself for the choices and that I had labeled as mistakes in my life, and being a learner of my experiences, being able to accept that everything I had gone through prior to that day had led up to me being there, had led up to me having the experience I had in that training room with an incredible group of people, which led to my takeaway. So really, my experience of myself 5 minutes after was being in absolute gratitude for everything that had ever happened to me in my whole life, and absolute appreciation for myself and really just life in general. Before the training, usually how I connected with people was through previous relationships, right? So those that I already had in my life and had existing relationships, they were pretty close, tight relationships. People that I didn't know previously, I didn't usually take the initiative to introduce myself, to connect with them if there wasn't the need. If there wasn't something I needed from them or they needed from me, I just didn't need to know you. Wow, that kind of sounds bad to say now. But now I really look at myself in terms of connection. Every other human being, every other piece of life on this planet is an opportunity for me to connect with. And it starts with eye contact. Really realizing how often I experience myself in fear of other people. Just that fear of meeting them eye to eye and saying, I see you. I see you as another person here on this planet. You know, I acknowledge you. I see that you see me. So the way I connect now is definitely not from a place of fear, a place of opportunity, a place of genuine love and connection. And I don't experience myself in the same self-talk in terms of what's in it for you. Why do you need to go connect with this person or meet them? It could just be the simple value of connection. The simple value of, I want to know that person's name. I want them to know my name. I want to say hello, have a good day, you know? So looking at connection being an opportunity every minute of every day is something I've learned to value, where before it was just like, when I need it, if I need it, I'll choose to do it, how I choose to do it. So, I think my biggest story, obstacle, barrier to getting to the training was the money conversation. My experience of previous trainings was I was always sponsored to go. Someone else was always paying for it. And so when I first heard about the price that these trainings cost and that it comes from participants, I had a whole conversation in my head about that, and I didn't have enough time, and I was a college student, and the money I did have went to my education or to my son or to bills or whatever. So the money conversation was pretty huge for me in terms of making that full commitment and seeing this leadership opportunity as an absolute possibility. What supported me to break through that conversation and turn it into a breakthrough was to truly sit back and reflect on an honest level, even if it was just with myself, about how I use my money. And really looking at, how do I make the investment in myself? And when was the last time I gave a gift to myself? So really looking at it from the perspective of, this is an investment of me, for me, in me, that could possibly give me a return that's 100 times, the amount. I think that's what allowed me to break through and just feel supported in that conversation. Someone heard me out. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Got a lot of bills to pay, and you only have X amount of dollars. What are some other possibilities? Who else loves you so much that they would say, Alma, you're up to this in your life? Sure, I'll give you $10. I'll give you $20. So what also helped me break through the conversation of money was like, oh, it doesn't just have to be my money. It can be other people's money because they love me so much. They'll support me in doing this. And so it was really the support of others and then the value in myself that had helped me break through and say, this is an investment. You are worth it. And I don't regret a minute of it. I would pay for it again. It's worth every penny. I would absolutely recommend trainings through CLF, Community Leadership Foundation, for anyone. No matter what your age, where you're at in your life, if you think you've accomplished everything you want to, or you think you haven't accomplished a single thing you want to, there's value in it for everybody. I wouldn't say it's anything that somebody needs. It's not something that anyone needs. It's something that someone says, I can have this and I want it. Who I would recommend it for specifically, I think I've had a benefit from the trainings tenfold because in my experience, it was a family experience. I went through it with my sister. I enrolled other family members to go through it. And the positive ripples that happen, they just spread faster when more than one family member has gone through the training. Personally, what I'm committed to at this point is to bring transformational training to youth and parents. I would love to support a conference and training that looks at training young people with their parents at the same time and looking at those relationships, healing or partnership connection. And lastly, I think, or what I'm committed to, a really important group of people are teachers. I think our education system, if our teachers or even just a group of leaders, a group of teachers who are leaders go through this training, the way our educational system will transform, the way the lives of our children will transform when teachers can see every single child that walks into their classroom as whole, perfect, and complete. And I'm not here to fix you or give you anything that you're lacking. I'm here to stand for you and support you and what your mission is here on this earth. And I see you as absolutely that whole, perfect, and complete. How can I add to you? I think our state, our schools, the lives of our children, our world would transform when our educational system transforms from lack to absolute abundance, and our children are perfect with all of their imperfections, and our mission as adults is to support them to love themselves and all of those imperfections, and to look at what skills and gifts do I have to give to the earth, to this world, and what is my legacy to leave behind.